Hello. Hi, Bean. Yes, finally a Friday. As if my weekends aren't the busiest part of the week for me. I'm weird that way, though. So, okay. I'm feeling a little scattered today, but we'll be okay. Hi, Stars. Um, so I have a Christmas gift here. My aunt, you know how I was complaining about how my tea got cold last stream? My aunt, the very next day, had bought me I almost said a kettle warmer. Hi, kettle. A mug warmer. And it showed up the very next day. So we get to test it out. This is so perfect. I told her that too. I was just like, I was literally just complaining about how my tea got cold. So thank you. Way to read my mind like 3 weeks in advance. We'll see how it works because my mug is a little bit too big for this, I think. Like the foot ring fits, but it is bigger than the warming plate, so it might not be as effective as it would be on a smaller mug, but I really like my mug. So, and I also have my morning tea still, and I have water, and it's just a 3 beverage kind of day, which is how you can tell I'm neurodivergent. I got my hydration, I got my caffeine, I got my fun little beverage. This tea is the Advent calendar tea today. It's called, what was it called? Comforting Mint, I think. You got it. Hydrate, stretchy, wrist stretches, on it. I did not add any more alert sounds, so we've just got the hydrate and then the weird ones. Oh, I was gonna... Merry Crisis!
Merry Chrysler!
I was going to slow down the, or speed up, remove the thing for that. Wow, I really cannot word. Wrist stretchies. My wrist, this wrist was bugging me yesterday. It seems to be okay today, but I'll need to be kind of careful with it. My bruise is really pretty now too. See? I'm really good at bruising. It's like one of my major skills. Let me remove the cooldown on that though, because, well, I'm gonna finish stretching and then I'll do that. There, that's reasonable. Brain function. Who is she? We also have 2 emotes, new emotes. I uploaded those yesterday. I have instant upload now, which is really nice. So I redid the no brain one in the way that I was talking about. And we also have a love now. I think I put it under heart. Wow, I really just do not have a brain today. Can't talk and think at the same time. I don't know if the skull one is better than the other one. You guys tell me which you prefer. The other one was just like a brain with an X through it. But I don't know that the skull reads better, but I like looking at it more. Which is something. Okay, let me edit my alerts, please. And I need to do channel points. I'm so proud of myself for labeling all of these in anticipation. This is not where I need to change that. I am being silly. I need to go there. I wish that they would just like put all of the information for everything in one spot, but that really just is not how they vibe. Okay, I'm taking off the cooldown on Merry Crisis. If it gets to be a big issue, I'll put it back on, but I don't think it will be because we're pretty chill here. Okay. Deep breaths. It's fine. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know why I'm frantic today. Actually, So,
Happy Christmas!
Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis!
Mary Chrysler. So I was looking for this morning because I need to record the poll for, this is the one we're working on this month. I need to record the color poll for next month and post it on Sunday. And I couldn't find this morning, and I was like tearing my room apart, and I was like, where the fuck did I put it? Because I do be putting things in weird places. That's the thing that I do. It's in with my watercolors, and I put it there specifically because I knew I'd be able to find it when I was on stream. So I was like freaking out. I was like, okay, if I can't find it in time to do that because I need to record it today, what am I going to do? And I was like, oh, wait, I put it someplace smart, and that's the problem. So that's how I started my morning today. I also had a dream, like a series of dreams where I was looking after a baby, and those stressed me out. I'm glad you like the skull. Stars. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge that. I just did that yesterday. Yeah. And the heart one. Because I feel we use the love and the heart here a fair amount because we're lovely people, and I kind of wanted that one to be one of mine. So, we still have like a lot of spaces for animated emotes. I'm working on figuring those out. I want to do a hug for sure. I thought of something else yesterday and then didn't write it down, so that's gone forever. Was there something else I was gonna say? I don't know, man. Oh, I guess I should say, I'm planning on doing a Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day stream. The Christmas Eve one is gonna be late, like later than this. It's 7 p.m. my time, which would be 8 p.m. Pacific, and midnight? Yeah, midnight Eastern. And that's probably going to be short. I have some sticker packing to do, so I figure I'll just make a cup of hot cocoa or something and sit here for a little bit and hang out with people. And then I'll do an afternoon stream on Christmas Day around the time that I usually do on Tuesdays. I think I set that an hour earlier, so it would be 1:30 Alaska time, 2:30 Pacific time, which would make it 5:30 Eastern. Yeah, I figured a lot of people do have plans, but I don't mind just sitting and doing stuff by myself if nobody's here. But I personally, when I'm home for Christmas, I like spending time with people, and the person that I would usually spend time with on Christmas who streams isn't going to be doing it this year. So I'm taking up that mantle. And I think maybe just doing something where people can see me is going to be better for my brain. To hold through. So, ooh, doggos. That's a good Christmas. But my dad got me a ridiculous gift. So there's this paint company that's native run and does sustainable packaging and pigment harvesting. So like all of the stuff they do is by native practices, and I forget the tribe off the top of my head, but it's First Nations. So he got me the entire set of the paints that they make. So we're gonna swatch those on Christmas Day. I haven't opened this. I'm gonna open it on stream because I think that's more fun. Because I don't know what all of their colors are. I suggested a couple small palettes. And was like, but they also sell this huge one if you don't want to think about it as hard, but it's like expensive, so I wasn't expecting it. And then this showed up. So we'll go through that and open it and play with it. And there's an extra little one on the side, and I'm not sure why, but it's there. So yeah, for sure. And I've been thinking a lot more, excuse me, I'm really stuffed up today and my nose tickles. I've been thinking a lot about how to be more sustainable in my own life a little bit, because like I know in the grand scheme of things it doesn't really make a difference, and what we really need to do is attack like 9 people in the world to fix what's happening. But a lot of the times the decisions that you make aren't because they make a big difference, but because they make a difference you can live with. So I've been trying to think about that. So I've started using like these and shop towels, like washable towels instead of as many paper towels. So I've cut down on that like a huge amount. I reuse all the paper towels I use for watercolor. I dry them out and then reuse them and stuff like that. I've been moving more towards ceramic palettes and stuff like that instead of plastic and all that jazz. So I'm making small differences that I feel better about. Which again, will that save the planet? No, but it makes me feel better. So, I don't remember what I was talking about. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm in Alaska, which has a group of, a number of groups of Alaska Native indigenous people. And the art style is so different because like Alaska's huge, right? So you have like the cedar and the longhouses and stuff in the southeast. And then once you get farther up north, you have like very small amounts of wood because not much grows there in that regard. But you have like a lot of really cool stone masks and stuff. So it's cool to see the wide variety for sure. Yeah, if you guys want, I can just type some Alaska Native group names if you guys want to look up on your own. So those are the two groups that three, that I'm specifically talking about right now. Yeah, there we go. I love how, that's so silly. My computer is so slow that the message appears on stream before it shows as having sent in the actual chat for me. She's trying so hard. But Tlingit is the southeast group that has like a lot of cedar wood, and they do some really cool stuff with like the Ovid style, which is very common for Pacific Northwest Native groups. And then Yupik and Inupiaq is in the farther north, and their masks are like super cool. If you want to look up, I think the Kodiak Museum still has a big mask collection that you can look at, or the Anchorage Art Museum also has a special exhibit that one of the museum guys up here has made what's the word for that? I'm not going to remember. A special pact, let's call it that, with the Smithsonian to have all of the Native items, well, not all of them, but a large amount of the Alaska Native items actually stored up here. So we have like an agreement with them that lets us keep them, which is really cool because at the Anchorage Museum, they do like actual Native repair to the items instead of just doing like museum preservation. They have people from the culture come in to repair items, and it's super cool. That's fair, Kettle. Honestly, like I've lived here since 2006, and sometimes I don't even think it's real. It's so weird up here. And also, even though we're the biggest city in Alaska, we are not the capital, which is silly, and it's a point of contention because the place that is the capital stole the seal from us, and that's the only reason. Whale wheel. That's hard to say. I will look it up. Whale wheel. Oh, cool. That is neat. Okay, I should work on art. I kind of realized how close we are to the end of the month. On it. Okay, good. Those don't stack. I was curious about that.
Happy Christmas.
Because if those
Merry
stacked, I
Christmas.
would lose my
Merry
mind.
Chrysler.
Okay, I've done those. Complete. All right. I kind of realize how close it is to the end of the month, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. But I was thinking the gecko today for sure. I do want to put some masking fluid on the little bits in the alien eyes, so I think I'll do that first. None of these are really what I want, but this works. Okay. Whew. It'll be fine if I don't. Like, I already have enough art done that it's not a disaster. I also started doing the quilt block yesterday, and I had a little bit of a setback with that. Your girl did not measure the paper properly for one of the pieces. So I had to redo that. It's fine. It's not a big deal, but I did have one of those like brain moments where it's just like, oh yeah, this is proof that you're a failure and you shouldn't even bother doing art, which is like that's not true or real, but thanks for that, brain. You're so helpful. But I fixed that. It's fine. I just need to cut the paper again. Like, I already painted it. I just need to cut it into the squares. So I should be able to finish that today, hopefully. And then I will probably work on this a little bit more over the weekend. I say over the weekend, I mean tomorrow. And then, oh my god, will you work? Please? You just did on the other side. Can you, like, stop being a butthole? The answer is no. It cannot stop being a butthole. But I had one of those moments yesterday where I cut it and I was like, oh, well, this is a disaster. Great. But it'll be fine. I do need to pre-cut more paper for the quilt blocks too, because that will make my life easier, so I should do it. But I'm trying to decide on Sunday night if I want to cut the backing for my scissors on stream, or if I should cut those tomorrow or during the day on Sunday and then just stick stickers to the backings. If anybody has like a really strong opinion, like, yes, please cut the paper on stream because I love that sound or whatever, just let me know. There. Okay, that's fine. But I have so many stickers to pack that, like, it's probably smarter if I cut the backing boards beforehand and then just start sticking, because I'm very specific about how I like things to look. I use tape and stick all of the stickers in a specific place on the backing board before I put it in the cello bag, so that they stay in like the same spot when they're in the packaging, which takes a long time. I calculated day before yesterday when I was printing the backing boards how many stickers I have to stick. How many was it? It was 128 for the 3 by 3.5 backings. And then I had to do 12 sheets for the other one, which is 5 per sheet. So 60. Right? Yeah, I think I did that right. Look at me doing math live in my head. I didn't even use a calculator, and I remembered numbers from 2 days ago. Who is she? That was all my brain cells for the day. I'm not going to have any left now. But yeah, so I have 188 stickers to stick onto backing boards ish. I'll save some aside for like taking video of or whatever, because I really like doing the original art versus the sticker reels. I enjoy doing those because I think it's really interesting to see. I did bring that out. Okay. I was like, please tell me I brought my iPad out here because I need to put up a reference. I vaguely recall what the Sphinx moth looks like, but I would like to get it correct. So, reference time. There are not new unreads. You're a liar. There you are. So this is our mothy guy. Boop, boop, boop. And I really liked how his little spots looked like hearts. That's why I picked him. So I made them look more like hearts. But yeah. But I love him. He's so fuzzy too. I love a fuzzy moth. He kind of looks like a moss ball, and I'm really into it. Moss ball, not moth ball. A moss ball. I can say that once. I don't think I can say it more than that. Let's see here. I might want some beige, titanium beige. Let's pull that out now. It's a big one. Not you, you're gray. I wish that I could come up with like a better solution for organizing my paints because it drives me insane to have to dig through it every single time. I know. There it is. Ooh. My eyes are itchy. It's really cold here today, so it's really dry. It is currently 9 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So, I want to see how warm my tea still is. It's still pretty warm. Ugh. Oh, you're stuck. Are you going to explode? Please don't. Oh, yeah, there she goes. All right, buddy, calm down. I'm gonna be mean to my future self and just put this lid back on without cleaning the... What are those called? The threads. Okay. Moss. I am probably gonna warm up the beige spots a little bit, so I'm probably gonna block in some yellow in the back. But for May, oh, that's super exciting. Love a good visit. I have people threaten to visit up here a lot, but it's like so expensive to get here. I always joke that people can have the couch if they show up, but it definitely is more of a planned trip than many people are willing to do. Are you guys planning on doing anything like specific? I don't know where you are, but if there's like touristy stuff near you or just planning to hang out. I guess every place has some sort of touristy thing. Okay, I also live in a tourist trap. Gotta get them sweet, sweet tourist dollars. Which is why I want to start selling at the Saturday market up here. Oh, beaches are always nice. I miss the beach. Like, we do have beaches in Alaska. They just aren't the beach that I miss, if that makes sense. Because I grew up in Portland, Oregon. So the coast was like right next door. So we'd go there a lot. I miss it. I haven't used this brush in what feels like ages. I don't know why I pulled it out, but I like it. I was talking with somebody the other day on, I say the other day, it was probably like 3 months ago. I was talking with somebody else on Twitch in somebody else's chat about how sand dollars are like dying off like crazy, partially due to global warming and partially just because tourist trade requires them for stuff. The place where I went to growing up a lot, because one of my great uncles had a condo. So you'd always go into the tourist shops when you were wandering around there, right? And you'd see like a bunch of sand dollar stuff, like perfect sand dollars, right? But even back then, I remember people saying that it was getting more and more difficult to find sand dollars in the specific area. And so they were having to supplement them with ones that were shipped in from out of the country. And that was back in like the 90s, early 2000s. And it's only gotten worse since then. But it's kind of one of those things where like, oh, well, nobody was talking about global warming, blah, blah, blah. Actually, people have been for a really long time. But it's to the point where the places where we used to ship them in are also having issues with the population of them. So if you, generally speaking, if you see shells in a tourist trap, they are not actually from the place. They're from someplace else, and you shouldn't buy them because the harvesting practices are generally really bad, which I'm not blaming the places that have them being, the places they're being shipped in from, because there are only so many ways to make money, right? So it's not necessarily a them problem, it's an everybody problem, but... Depressing facts with Katie. Aren't you glad you're here? So I'm just trying to block some color in on this guy. I'm not worried about getting it like exactly perfect. Like I said with the other ones, I just kind of want it to be vaguely recognizable. Yeah, exactly. Just capitalism ruins everything, even the sand dollars. Oh, I didn't do his legs. I was like worrying. I was like, oh God, I don't want to do that tiny thing. I was smart. Past self was smart and didn't do the tiny legs. It's 11 here and I'm ready for a nap. I was ready for a nap when I got up this morning. Ooh, excuse me if I'm being honest. Okay, I want to tone you down just a little bit here. Because this is a pretty intense orange down here. That. I did stay up a little later than I probably should have last night. I have very nice friends, and I got 2 different game gifts this week. This week? Were they both this week? Maybe. I don't understand time. But I got 2 different game gifts, and I had a game that I bought that I wanted to play. So I opened one of them and played it a little bit, which not the best idea. And then I opened the other game that I'd got that I wanted to play and started playing it, which again, not a great idea for going to bed on time. But I did not open the one that was most likely to have me stay up way too late. So I didn't open Sticky Business. Because that's one of those games where it's just like, oh, one more day. One more day. I could do one more day. Just one more day. It's fine. And you do that for like 7 hours, and then all of a sudden it's 3 in the morning. So I didn't make the worst decision I could have made, but I did not make the smartest decision I could have made. Sometimes you just need to make bad decisions. And that's for your mental health, and that's so valid. But I have an audiobook that I need to finish, so I probably will listen to my audiobook and do Sticky Business over the next week. I might need to renew that library book. I'm having a hard time getting into it. Like, I'm interested by it, but it's just like I got the brain worms lately. It'll be a little bit better now that the light's coming back, even though it doesn't make a really big difference right away. It makes a difference to my mentality to know that the sun is coming back. Stars is doing the evil laugh because she's the one who actually gifted me the Sticky Business DLC, so. As long as you don't mind me outing you. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Okay, caffeinated tea done. We're down, well, I guess technically one beverage, because a beverage is something that isn't water. Maybe paint water counts as a beverage because it is adulterated. I don't know. I'm not going to drink the paint water, just for a hypothetical situation. Okay, good. I try not to like out people like that, but sometimes my mouth does not pay attention to the filter that's in my head, which I think most of us here are familiar with. Okay, I want to see how warm this is. Ooh, that's actually still really warm. This is so great. I'm in love. I may actually need to take it off of the heater for a little bit because it may still be too hot. Oh no, that's like perfect drinking temperature. Ah, lovely. The mug is very warm, which makes sense. It also has, I guess you can see the light a little bit, but it has like a thing where it has to have weight on it to be heating, which I think is very smart. Love that. Ah, my aunt is so great. I thought I would do like a little clip being like, look at what my aunt got me. This is so great. And then I told the story already and didn't do the sippy sips. But thanks, Aunt Karen. I love you. Great gift. I don't think my aunt knows that I stream. But, you know, whatever. Both of my aunts are like super cool people. I got very lucky in the aunt department. Also lucky in the uncle department. But... oh, I wanted to block that in with yellow. What am I doing? I wanted to do hands of yellow though. I want it to be pretty late. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And I'll probably go through some of this with a liner brush and do like fur texture a little bit. Not like crazy amount. You really don't need a lot to make it read like fur. But this moth is a furry critter. Which I love. I love the ones that look just like their head is a ball of fluff. There are many great moths in the world, but I really like the fuzzy ones. Like that fuzzy yellow and pink one. Love that. She's dressed up. She's fashion. I did do like black lines in here that I probably wouldn't have done on my own if I wasn't making it a coloring sheet, which I still need to edit, by the way. I have too much work to do, and it's all my own fault, which makes it worse. We do have a bit of beige along the edge here, so let's add some yellow in so I don't forgore. And we've got kind of like a warmer ready gray on the inside, which I'll do, maybe I'll do like a red underneath and then cover it with a warm gray. That seems like a good idea. Do I really know what I'm doing with any of this? No. Am I gonna do it anyway? Yes. Although I've been doing a lot better with my watercolor stuff. I posted words, brain, my art versus artist for this year yesterday. And I did manage to find a photo of me that was not at my mom's funeral. But it was close. If I had been going only for ones that I had makeup on, I would have been SOL. But, you know, I found something. But I'm wearing one of my mom's shirts that I stole from her stuff. I say stole. It's not really stole. That was freely given to me from her stuff. She would have wanted me to have it anyway, so. I don't know. That has just colored my year so intensely that I don't know that there would have been a way to avoid it. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, I think. But it was kind of a wake-up call to how much I've been neglecting my body neutrality work this year. Because I did do better about taking more photos like year before last. But that's definitely going on our list for what I'm doing as one of my quote-unquote New Year's resolutions. I don't do those right, quote-unquote, but I do them in a way that's more sustainable for me, so. I love tarot. You know what, maybe on Christmas Eve I'll bring my tarot cards out and we can do tarot readings too. I like doing them, like I'm not, can I make a full sentence? Maybe. I often don't do like big 3-card readings or like full spreads, but I do like a daily card drawing, although I've been slacking on those lately, but yeah. I definitely view tarot as a thought exercise and less like a prediction of the future. That just works better for me. I don't have a problem with anybody doing it however they want to do it. Yeah. I do like it when you get to choose the deck. I have a couple decks. The one I've been using lately is Rose Solarians, who is an artist that I absolutely love. I'm trying to remember what pronouns Ro uses now. I think it's he, him now. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's they, them? I'm checking. Because I have this power, thanks to social media. But Ro is great. And they, them. Okay. And I've loved their art since I was like a teenager, so. Yeah, I know that they've leaned more towards the trans masculine side, which is why I wasn't 100% sure on that. Red, that's what I was doing for that. But let's tone it down just a little bit, like that, I think. Because I'll need to be careful with the red base here. But I've been using their deck a lot, and it's so colorful and great. And I really think that me using that in the past, 6 months, really encouraged me to add more bright color into my art, which I think was good for me. So, yeah. And I'm really bad about going towards they, them if I don't know for sure, or if I do know their pronouns, but I just default to they, them for everybody anyway. And I do have some people I know who really dislike being called they, them. So I do try to like remember. But brainworms, you know how it is. Okay, I'm gonna take a liner brush and kind of smudge this up a little bit because it does not need to be that dark. But yeah, maybe I'll drag out some of my tarot cards for that. I also have that Take What You Need positivity deck, which might be good. I just know that, well, at least for me and other people that I know, Christmas can be kind of rough. Either because you don't celebrate Christmas and everybody won't shut up about it, or because you have to deal with family, or any number of other reasons. So I figured us hanging out, or me hanging out, being a possibility for other people to hang out was a good bet for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And it's not like I have anything big going on, so. But one of the ideas that I had when I was first like conceiving of starting to stream was doing like a sleepover thing. So like a late night stream on Friday night and then streaming where I'm like wearing my pajamas and having tea and we're just chatting or whatever. And then in the morning on Saturday coming back in with like my hair messy and stuff, like we had a sleepover and have more chat. I think that's just such a cute idea and I love it. And so I was thinking kind of doing that for Christmas Eve. So it's kind of like we hang out for a little bit in the night on Christmas Eve, and then we all convince ourselves to go to bed so that Santa shows up, and then we talk about our presents on the afternoon. You know? I don't know. I just think that's super cute. And this will shock everybody, but you should be streaming for yourself more than other people. Kind of with making art. If you do something that makes you happy, then it's way more sustainable than trying to fit an audience or whatever, and you'll find your people, you know? So I'm trying to keep that in mind, even though I have a people pleaser streak. I probably won't be doing listening to Christmas music though, just because I think it will make me insane. Yeah, that's exciting. Oh yeah, people with Christmas birthdays always have a rough time. Like near Christmas. One of my friends growing up, her birthday was the 26th, and it was always a point of contention, you know. And then one of my cousins was Christmas Eve baby. So she just got engaged actually, which is really exciting. I'm not super close with that side of the family, but I can still take pleasure in other people's joy, you know? It's nice. Yeah, exactly. So I was always really purposeful in getting my friend a Christmas gift and a birthday gift, 2 separate items. Because I know those get slapped together a lot, and it's frustrating for people. A roach clip? What's a roach clip? Explain this to me. Do I want to start layers on other thing? Probably should. Oh, gotcha. Okay. My immediate thought was like some sort of fancy hair clip, and that's not right. I should have known that. You want to know where my mental image for one of those comes from? It's The Big Lebowski. Which is really funny. There's a specific scene in Big Lebowski where he's using one of those after he has sex with another character. And it's very funny because he gets surprised by something and drops the roach. I don't know, that's my mental image. In case anybody was wondering, I guess, which you weren't, but you tuned into my show, so you will get Katie lore. That's how it works. I do need to get some other greens out on my palette because I used them all up when I was doing thing and stuff, the quilt blocks the other day. Yeah, go for it. I do need to, my other thing is I want to set up a Discord for us so that we can share photos in that when I'm streaming, because I think that's helpful. And it also means that I can like post things where people can find it, I guess is what I mean. You're the other sap green. Yes, I do want you, but I also wanted like Cascade. Green Appetite, that's good. I have too many greens. I think I just want those two. I think those two will be good. Oh, fancy. I forgot what I was doing. My brain really is not functioning today. I was putting these on the palette. Good Lord. Get it together. Yum. My brother's making a roast for dinner, but on Christmas we always do Eggs Benedict. So he's actually out at the store right now getting stuff. Which, Godspeed to him. I don't want to go out to the stores right now. I say that as if I ever go out to the stores. He does all the shopping. I don't remember what color that is. You guys can't see where I'm pointing. There's a color on my palette and I don't remember what it is. Which is fine. It's not that big a deal. I don't know. It just weirds me out when I don't remember things, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. Or where I'm going with anything, if we're being honest. But like, I keep putting little blobs of things as I need them on the palette, and it's not the smartest way to go about my life. Sorry, I don't like pancakes. The texture is just ugh for me. I make really good pancakes according to everybody else, but I don't like to eat them. I'm a waffle person because I want them to be crunchy. Okay. I want to tone down the green there a little bit, so let's do kind of like warmy beige in here. Oh yeah, I have a waffle maker, so I would share with you if I could, but alas, distance has waffle blocked you. Waffle is like my default dinner food too. Like if I'm left to my own devices to cook dinner, which I've been cooking dinner more now that my brother is in school. He went back to school and has evening classes. So I started cooking when he's in class, right? So that he has something to eat when he gets home. And my default foods are fried rice, waffles, with some sort of fruit goop. I always make a fruit goop. You gotta have fruit goop with waffles. It's required in my opinion. And shepherd's pie, well, cottage pie. But those are my like 3 default foods. And I'll just eat the same thing forever, but I try to mix it up a little bit. I bet there's going to be like a pretty reasonable sale on waffle makers after Christmas. If you wanted one. My family, I've mentioned this before in like Patreon posts and stuff, but my family always had a tradition called the New Year's Bear, which is if you had a present that you didn't get for Christmas, the New Year's Bear would bring it to you after Christmas. And really, it's just a smart way to hit after Christmas sales to get gifts that you couldn't afford. So I usually do a little coupon code after Christmas in my shop. If anybody was looking for stuff, you can hang out for a little bit and I'll do a coupon code again. But yeah. And like as a kid, it was exciting because we got extra Christmas, right? So after everybody else had already gotten their gifts, I was like, oh yeah, the New Year's bear brought me a Furby. Everyone's like, what the fuck is the New Year's bear? And I'm like, well, I got an extra present and you didn't. So obviously the New Year's bear loves me more. But it's such a cool idea, especially it was started back when my family didn't have as much money as we do now. Well, I say my family, my dad. But feel free to steal that for your own families. The New Year's bear can be for everybody, in my opinion. But I think it's a cute idea. Although I said Furby, the Furby was not a New Year's bear present. The Furby was an actual Christmas present. I did get a Furby back in the day. And I know the struggles my mom went through to find one, and then it freaked me out and I didn't use it very much. I still feel bad about that. Like as an adult, I feel bad about it. But Furbies are fucking creepy. And I love the people who love Furbies so much that they like mod them and stuff. Like that's so great. You do you. I could never. I love that the world has such varied people in it, you know? It's like something that I'm horrified of. Somebody else is like, this is my favorite thing in the world. And I'm going to make it my whole personality. I'm like, man, that's so cool. Good for you. The long Furbies are so freaky. Like Furbies themselves are already weird. So like my horror story is, so I got this Furby back when they like first came out because I am old. And I got it and I was having fun with it for a little bit, and then it kept waking me up while I was sleeping because it wanted to party. And so eventually I didn't take the batteries out or anything. I just shoved it underneath a bunch of clothes in my closet. And I am a disaster human, so that pile of clothes stayed until we were moving out of our house like 13 years later. And so I pulled out the pile of clothes and I'd forgotten the Furby was in there. I pull off the clothes. It sees the light of day for the first time in like a decade. And it goes in the creepiest, mostly dead battery voice. It goes, party. And I about pissed myself. It was so scary. I swear, those things have souls in them. Okay, I need to let that dry a little bit before I add the beige. Otherwise, it's just going to be a muddy mess, I say, as I start to add more green to certain sections. I do also need to kind of beige up this area a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Anything where I couldn't get enough sleep, I could not deal with for an extended period of time. Still to this day, to be clear. It takes a lot of work for me to sleep. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that for a little bit. I could work on the gecko or I could work on the alien. I think I'm less likely to put my hand in the wet paint of the moth if I'm working on the alien. But we'll find out. I am gonna make him green because it's green time, right? But I want to do his eyes like a little galaxy, which is why the spots that we did the masking fluid for, there's a little planet and then the two little stars that are going to be like the shine spots. Just because I thought it was a cute idea. He looks a little wonky with them, but you know what? It's fine. He's kind of out of place on this anyway, if we're being honest. Is he a critter? I don't know. I guess the dandelion isn't really a critter either, but it's still like nature versus alien. I don't know. I just wanted to do an alien. And it's my art and I make the rules. I don't know what color I want to make the inside of his mouth. Maybe like a toned down pink. Or red. Maybe the violet red would be good for that. I do think I want to add some yellow in here too. Trying to keep these all like the same shade of green but a different shade of green is being very interesting to me personally. Like actually pick up some yellow, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you, Loudplane. You're being very helpful. I guess it's been a while since they did fighter plane practice. Practice, training, same difference. One of the things about being in Alaska is that there's like 2 big military bases, and one of them is an Air Force base, which means that over any part of Anchorage at any time of the day or night, you might get fighter pilots flying over your house. And they're loud, in case you didn't know. Yeah, this tea warmer thing fucks. I'm just gonna say it. This is great. I love it. I don't know if this is the same brand that my aunt has or what, but Enigma brand. I have the packaging over here. What's this? But it's good. I like it. Oh, yeah. So if the military ever pulls out of Alaska, we're fucked. Fun facts. So we have 2 huge military bases, and one of them is Elmendorf, which is the Air Force base, which I've been on before. But that's like the majority of the money and the people that come into Alaska is from the military bases. But yeah, well, yeah, a little bit. I don't know that I've actually seen Fallout 3 specifically. I watched someone play most of Fallout 4, and I've seen people do some of 76, I think. Maybe. Okay, I am going to take a quick break, which means I'm going to run some ads really fast. But I will be back momentarily. So if you don't want to see the ads, look away. Or me at the tab, or both. Or, I don't know, go take a stretch and get yourself a snack or something. I don't know. Do what you want to do. Yeah, so I'll be right back. I return. That one. I can't even pick my own layouts today. Yeah, I really don't know much about Fallout as a whole, I guess. I guess I watched somebody, a high school boyfriend, play like a little bit of Fallout 1, like the first one, which not my vibe. But those games generally aren't my vibe anyway, so. But I'll watch people play stuff that I wouldn't play, and that's good. But yeah, I watched Grim play through like all of Fallout. Well, was it all of Fallout 4? It was a lot of Fallout 4, and he made me make all the choices, and I didn't like it. I don't like making choices. And so we hung out a lot, right? And so I'd watch them play video games, and so they'd make a new character and make me make all the decisions to design the character and stuff, and I don't want to. And yeah, I don't know how people play unmodded Bethesda games. And I also think that their business model of just like putting out a crap game and then waiting for the community to fix it for free is kind of shisty. But I mean, I don't think that's a hot take. You're still wet. You're mostly dry. Let's work on you some more. This. I didn't see a lot of 76. I want a smaller brush than this. Incapable of making a decision. That's me. She says as she makes like 35,000 decisions for an art piece. It's different. It hits different. I do think I'm gonna end up adding some brown to this too, to get it to where I want color-wise. Yeah, I don't know, the Video Game Awards just feels very much like the same 5 people clapping themselves on the back every year. So, because like, there were some really good indie games. I saw Dredge was put up for one award and didn't win it, which is a crime because Dredge was incredible. I'm actually probably going to double buy Dredge because I played it on Switch, but I kind of want to play it on Steam too. Now that I have a Steam Deck so I can actually play a lot of stuff, because my laptop was not made for gaming. It wasn't really made for streaming either, but this is easier on it, I think. I managed to play Sticky Business on it, which is like not very intensive as a game, but it was still struggling. Yeah, I don't usually watch them just because I don't generally play the games that end up for awards. But yeah. I don't know. I mostly do indie games and weird indie games. Like, I still need to do my top games of the year tweet. Because I did that last year. I should do it again this year. But like, my top games for this year are like Tangle Tower that I played. Like, obviously not all of these came out this year. This is what I played this year that I would put in my top, to be clear. So Tangle Tower is definitely up there. Dredge is definitely up there. Coffee Talk is up there. Those generally aren't the kind of games that end up with award stuff. What else? I Am Dead was really good. I liked Down in Bermuda, but the game controls were kind of weird. Like I had trouble remembering what the control scheme was. What else? Let's see, Power Wash Simulator. Played that this year. That's good, but I wouldn't put it in like the top. My least favorite game I played this year was Crime O'Clock. I just found it very repetitive and opaque in the instructions a lot of the time. So like that was actually my top game on Steam because it took me so long to finish the game. Because I was like, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it. But it was not particularly enjoyable. Let's see. I already talked about the one that I like stopped playing partway through just because the way the story was going made me really uncomfortable. I play so many indie games. That's like all I play. I guess I play Pokemon and sometimes Animal Crossing and then indie games. A lot of the big games, you know, are shooties, and I don't like those. They make me nervous. So I end up not playing those, which limits it. Let's see, what's another one that I played this year? I have a. That's fair. I still don't like that one. I like watching people play that one because the paint color combinations are really fun and interesting to me. So that's cool. I may have made these yellows a bit bright. It's fine though. I kept a spreadsheet of all the games I played. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see. Venba was really good this year too. I played that one. I, for Scotland, played that one. So people may have seen it because I know we have some overlap in people. That one was really good. Lottleknot he played and I also played, and that was a good game. Sticky Business, obviously, banging, love it. More of that, please. Yeah, I mostly play like little story-driven stuff, which is like a specific niche of indie game. But I really don't play much that requires me to shoot other people or has timed reactions in general. They just make me nervous and I don't yike them. I'll play some. Like, this one isn't an indie, but I really enjoyed Fantasy Life, and they're coming out with a new one of those at some point, which has combat, but it's more button mashy unless you gotta think about it. So that's not as bad for me. What else did I play this year? This is why I keep a freaking Excel spreadsheet of all the games I played this year. I don't think I'll do that next year though, because it was like a lot of more work than was necessary. Like, it's good to know. I do know that I now trust Annapurna Interactive like more than pretty much any other publisher with what I'll enjoy. They have really good games. And I will say that Raw Fury is on my shit list, but anybody here probably knows that already. Oh yeah, there was also another leak, right, with Warframe. Not that Warframe was leaked, but that military secrets were leaked to Warframe, right? How many does that make this year? 4, at least? War Thunder, that's it. I can't keep my wars straight. I can't keep anything straight. I'm very gay, but you know what I mean. I think this needs to be a little bit darker. That's not the color I want. There we go. I do think I also need to gray up these edges a little bit, but I need to let that dry a little bit first. Yeah, it's wild how often that happens, and they keep having to say, like, please don't, and then people do it anyway. Also, just like, if you have military secrets, why are you sending them there? I don't get it. I feel like there's better ways to deal with it. Oh, later Bean, sorry, I missed that, and you're probably gone already, but bye! Okay, we want purple in the eyeballs. Let's go. Maybe a little bit pink. I want them to feel very galaxy-y. Oh, I definitely painted outside the lines. Oh no. This brush isn't the best for detail work, and I knew that, but I did it anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's add some pink in here. Maybe I'll add a little bit of blue too. I may have too much purple over here. Let's lift you up a little bit. I do enjoy making a little galaxy. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't get people like that, if I'm being honest. But there are plenty of people in the world that I don't get. I do try to understand most people, but sometimes it is a pointless endeavor. Oh my god, there are so many birds in the tree outside. Hi, guys. Oh man, how about the goat this year? Eaten by birds. That wasn't on anybody's bingo list, was it? I need to not lose this card. And I keep bumping it around. Let's put it up there. Yeah. There's a post that goes around like every year that's did the goat survive in your birth year kind of a thing. And I always find that very amusing. Oh, yeah, sorry. Was I not being clear? I have a problem where like I think I'm being clear because I've been following my own train of thought in my head, but it does not always come across. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. ProZD is so cool. I forget which scandal it was, but it's probably one of the Try Guys. When he was like, anytime somebody bases their personality on family or whatever, their brand on family, and then it comes out later that they were cheating or whatever, and somebody was like, oh yeah, this will age so poorly, waiting for this to age poorly, blah blah blah, and he's like, keep waiting, chuckle fucks, and that just plays in my head constantly. Keep waiting, chuckle fucks. I love it. I love his old vines too. I know that's like I just had a good idea for a bit alert. Sorry. That was probably shocking. Yeah, I think it was the Try Guy the singular. They didn't all cheat on their wives that we know of. I don't know. Um, but the one who made like loving his wife a brand trait. Yes, I'm also going to say it out loud so that if I forget, you guys will maybe also remember. I have a better chance anyway. So there's that Prosy D vine where it's like the old lady coming to the door to try and get you to hail Satan. That would be a great one for the 666 bit alert. All of my bit alerts are like going to be vines because that was a like fundamental personality trait of mine for a good long while. 666 bit alert. If I write Prosy D hail Satan, that probably will remind me. There. I also want to do the, I think I mentioned this last time, but the 69 cents one for 69 bits. I can't afford chicken nuggets. Yeah, see, so me and my best friend John, who passed away 2 years ago now, we used to sit and just watch Vine compilations for hours and shoot the shit in the living room because he lived with us for a while. And that was like one of my favorite things. So we would either watch music videos on like the cable music channels, or we would watch Vine compilations. So there are like specific songs that still make me think of him and Vines in general. So we definitely have specific Vines, and there are some that always will remind me of him for sure. Because there's a set of them where it was just like 12-year-old boys being 12-year-old boys, you know? Oh, that one's a good one too, Kettle. Well, when life gives you lemons. But there was like a whole series of them where it was just 12-year-old boys being 12-year-old boys and happening to record it. And he was a middle school teacher, and so he'd be like, "Oh, I have a student just like that," and stuff. So those ones will always remind me of him. I was working on a Vine compilation like specifically for him, and I never got it finished. Maybe I should do that at some point. I don't know. I need to do more beige in here to differentiate this. But yeah. So a lot of like the things that I think of as reaction memes in my own head are Vines because I watched like a lot of them. There's one compilation that's like Vines that really butter my egg roll, and that's one we used to watch a lot. Yeah. But there's some good ones. There's also some awful ones. But yeah. But it's either that or it's like the memes that happen in my own head, which is how I process emotions apparently. There was a while where I was doing Mood of the Days on Twitter, which was just me sharing like a meme photo, being like, this is my state of mind for the day kind of a thing. And like all of them are memes. So it's either Tumblr memes or it's Vines, and that's how my brain works, I guess. Which there are worse ways for brains to work, I suppose. I need more water on this. What am I doing? Yeah. Oh, also stars, if you have ideas for emotes, you should tell me. Your emotes, I mean. If you have thoughts on what you want, you should tell me. Because I'm working on putting together some just like general packs to have in my store. And we can team up and benefit both of us. Yeah, life didn't give us lemons. Lemons gave us lemons by being sluts. That's how it works. So the lemon stealing whore the whole time was the lemon itself. Maybe if I decide that I do want to listen to a little bit of Christmas music, I'll do the ACS Christmas album. Because they do have Christmas music, I just don't listen to Christmas music very much, I guess, anymore. I don't know. I watched a Christmas movie by myself the other day, and I like had a full-on cry meltdown afterwards. That was pretty unexpected. I probably should have been expecting it if I like, I don't know, thought about it for a second, but yeah. Life be like that. So I kind of am a little, other than just not particularly enjoying Christmas music, I'm a little nervioso about listening to that on stream and then having like a huge emotional reaction to it that I wasn't expecting. Because like, I know that you guys are great and you wouldn't mind if I needed like a bit or if I exploded for a hot second, but I would rather not do that where people can perceive me. Which is because I wasn't allowed to show emotion growing up. But that's a different issue altogether, so. But yeah, so if you think of stuff, just send me messages, stars. Because I am working on, so I have a med one that I finished. The shrimp one I'm going to put up, so if you want that one, I can just send you the file. I don't have any problem sharing that. The stretch one, too, is going to go up there. Did I say that already? Maybe. What else? I'm working on a food one and like a rest one. There were other ideas that I had. A tomato thrown at the screen, like splatting on the screen for an animated one, was one that I thought of. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Vampire Survivor, Halls of Torment. I'm already sensing a theme. Oh, Inscription. Yeah, I would count that as indie, personally. That's that card one, right? The card game. Stonks. Great. That sure is a list. Maybe I'll share my spreadsheet at some point, although it has notes in it that maybe are rude to share. I don't know. Stonks. Love good stonks. Maybe that should be like the 10,000 bit alert. Is that stonks fine? Actually. That is the name of one of the tiers on my Patreon is Stonk Market. That's like the most expensive one I have. Is that good? I don't think I've heard of it. But I watched Trisha play Inscription, I think, which seemed interesting. These colors are not coming together in the way that I expected them to. I think I just need to smooth some stuff out a bit. I'll feel better about it. Oh, interesting. I do like a game with nice music. The Coffee Talk soundtrack is banger if you like lo-fi. If you don't like lo-fi, then you won't like it. But oh, Valhalla actually was one that I played this year that I really liked too. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but I really enjoyed it. This song is from that, is why I'm thinking about it. I'm not digging the moss today. That may just be my brain being weird too. But I can't use the Coffee Talk soundtrack on stream because a lot of the rights for the songs have been sold to other people, or they've stolen the rights or something, because they are definitely all over the internet and YouTube doesn't like it. Also, Valhalla was supposed to be getting a sequel, but it's been delayed indefinitely, which makes me kind of sad. Because it was a good game. I don't know what you would do with a sequel, but... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. So you build like a... I guess I can't word either. I know what you mean, but I can't think of the word. None of us can word. We don't need to. It's fine. I think what I need to do is add some of this Azo yellow to some of the places that are reading to green, and that will help. Yeah. I've seen Inscription. Noida, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right either, but it's fine. I'm here to embarrass myself on the internet. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know that this is turning out great. That's okay though. I'll live. Inscription looked vaguely interesting to me, but I'm so bad at remembering rules to card games. Just so bad at it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. So actually a roguelike and not people just using that term incorrectly. Cool. There was some, I forget what game it actually was that I saw in one of the Nintendo indie showcases that called itself a roguelike, and I actually DM'd Grim and I was like, what about this makes it roguelike? Because I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the term, or maybe they're using it incorrectly. I don't know, man. But this thing where this is happening in the book industry too, where like publishers will insist on you using like a certain set of touchstones, even if they don't really fit the actual book or the game, is like really frustrating as a consumer. I'm sure it's frustrating as a creator too, but it's just like a hot mess. It was some cooking game that they called a roguelike, and I was like, why would you call it that? It isn't. And I guess the thing that was roguelike was you needed to die to level up or something. I still don't understand, if I'm being honest. And I immediately disregarded the game because they used that term in a way that I was like, no. Wrong. You broke the rules that I made up in my head just now. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know, but the going through the dungeon thing and then having to do upgrades sounds like a roguelite like to me. That that makes sense to my brain. I mean, I guess not that everything needs to make sense to my brain. That would be a strange world. Oh, that's cool. I do find that I feel like a lot of card games have, or how do I phrase this? I feel like a lot of video games have absorbed card games and like board games, and I think that's really cool. So like they're using those same systems in a new and exciting way. Like I played a lot of Ooblets this year, which has a card game aspect to it, which is cool. And the rules make sense to me. I'm not always great with card games and stuff, or board games in general. I'm not good at keeping all the rules in my head. Oh, that was a big old water drop. Can you not? Buddy. I love these brushes, but they really do, like, just get a giant water drop sometimes and ruin everything. I think I may end up going over the like beige spots with a little bit of the thin white gel pen. I also need to go over these yellow spots with beige still. Oh, gotcha. Oof. I guess I can't be mad at a guy just slapping a new coat of paint on a game when like that's basically what every AAA company has been doing for ages. This is what I was doing. Especially with those sports games, those ones feel like they really just slap one out with a couple different names in it every year. I just realized that there's probably a sport game with the name of a person I went to high school with in it, and that's a strange thing. Like, it makes perfect sense for that to have happened, but I hadn't thought about it before. Yeah. Which, like, people keep buying it, so, like, fine, I guess, but wouldn't catch me. I mean, not that you would catch me doing anything related to sports ball, I guess. Yeah, I don't know that this moth is particularly recognizable, but that's okay. I do like the way the colors are turning out though, even though it's not like accurate. I think it's pretty. I do think adding some more yellow, even though that's like not actually what's going on, is good. Maybe I should add some brown too. Try and get that vibe going. Oh, did I tell you guys that Raw Fury emailed me again? Theoretically, the next update is gonna fix the issue. I think I said that last time. For Cassette Beasts. Which wins the longest wait award. Because it's been a while since that came out, and I still can't play it safely. Oh, and apparently Pokemon announced more story for the DLC coming out soon. I haven't looked into that like at all, but somebody mentioned it in a Discord I'm in. Which is good, I guess. As long as I don't have to pay for it again. Because the story was very lackluster for this last DLC, if you ask me. Which nobody did, but... Project Zomboid. I'm assuming zombie related. That would be my guess. I think I need to do some... what do I need to do to fix this? There's something weird. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Maybe just smooth out some of these lines a little bit. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
In the land of plenty, we don't know what the word no means. Give it to me, give me all the things I want. Make it new and shiny and make them watch me, turn the power on.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of those survival ones are just like so different if you're playing with people.
That you paid for, all the skip turns that you saved for, all the nights you fell asleep without your gun. A coronation, a beheading, from the funeral to the wedding. Do you think they care where the crowd goes?
I think maybe it's just the way I did the lines on him that's messing with me. Or maybe Maybe I've just been staring at it too long. I don't know. I do think I need to add a little bit of yellow in here. I may end up doing some colored pencil on him.
Like a movie, like a movie. What's your story? What's the refund policy?
I don't know. I don't think it's bad. There's just something weird about it for me. I'm not sure what it is. Don't use that for that. Use this.
We want laughter, we want pain. Everyone will know our name. We know that no two missteps are the same.
So kids, you do just need a meat shield. It's fine. Okay, I need to let that bit dry, and then I will take the masking fluid off, and we can. Ooh, I almost knocked over my water. Then I can do the planets that are in there. Maybe I want to start on the gecko now, because I think the moth is like kind of where it needs to be. I just need to stop looking at it for a bit to try and figure out what I'm unhappy with. And it may just be that I'm being insane, which is a high likelihood. Right, I think it's time to turn off this thingy bopper, which I don't know how to do. That button, maybe? Yeah, all right. Because my tea is getting like, there's a little bit left in the cup, so it's like very warm right now. But yeah, that works really nice, which is great. Let me pull up Gecko Friend. Which is a giant day gecko. Excuse me. I knew I wrote that down somewhere. I don't know. I like their little drops. All of the highlights on them are like kind of an orangey red, which is very pretty, and I think looks really nice with the green, which is why I also picked the red-eared slider turtle, because I think it's pretty. Yeah, I'm definitely that person who wants to just stay at the base and grind more skills. That's definitely a me thing. I also don't particularly want to play with other people, generally speaking. I'm a very solitary creature in general. So like there's with the Pokemon DLC, there's um, a new currency, I guess is the way to put it, and it's a lot faster to get if you grind in a group versus doing it by yourself. But I like if I'm playing my little viddy game, I don't really feel like interacting with other people. Like if I'm watching a stream and like doing that with people in the chat, that feels different to me somehow. But at like my chill time at the end of the end of the day, that too, I guess. End of the day, I don't really want to have Discord open on my phone, and especially now that they've changed the colors and it hurts my eyeballs. Um, yeah. Okay. Gecko. I'm gonna get the base layer down on the gecko, and then I'm gonna take another quick break. That's my plan. I think this brush will be fine. I don't know why I'm being weird about it. I guess I'm not gonna get like the whole first layer down, because if I do the orange next to the green, it's gonna make a mess, so. And this is probably too thick of a brush for this, actually, so. Let me, not that. I have a better brush for this, I know I do, here it is. Ooh, I need to make Patreon posts this week too. Ugh. Too many things to do, not enough brain. I do have more paint stuff I need to do before the end of the month, which is rapidly approaching. I don't know why once it hits day 20 of the month, I'm like, oh, the month is over. What am I doing? But like day 15 is nothing. That's just halfway through a month. So it's fine. The way my brain like figures out numbers is very strange and foreign even to me. Okay, I need to let this layer dry before I put any of the other colors in, otherwise it's going to get muddy and weird in a way that I don't want. Yeah, I don't know. I have played a little bit of the Pokemon DLC with people just because like that's helpful. And people were looking for people to work with when I was hanging out and feeling up to it. But like, I don't know. I'm not a very work in a group kind of person in general. I'm just very solitary all the time. Like my ideal happy place is just sitting in my room by myself. Always.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It also, yeah, it's never a good feeling when you feel like you're holding everybody else back, too. I just don't. My happy places are very rarely involving any people. Um, like I enjoy people, and there are people that I definitely enjoy the company of and will hang out with, but um, I don't know. It's a different brain energy, and it sucks up my spoons really, really fast. So, okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna take a quick break. So again, I'm gonna run some ads. Look away if you don't want to see. Um, or get yourself a stretch and a drink and whatever else you need to do. Um, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. We have added another beverage to the lineup now that I finished my tea. My brother got me a smoothie while he was out, so. I also got to call the dentist again, which is great. Okay, doing red on here. I think I want to start with orange and then work up to a red. Because it is a pretty orangey color for the gecko. Yeah, I think you're dry enough that this will be fine. Although maybe I want a smaller brush than this even. I did make these guys pretty small. Because I wanted them all to fit on a page, but I think that that was perhaps not the smartest move I've ever made in my life. So yeah, let's move down to a lighter brush and see how that goes. Their eyelids are also like a really fun teal color, at least in this reference photo I have, so that will also be fun to do. Tongue is actually, like, it's pink, but it's got a pretty intense purple shadow to it. So that will also be fun to do. I think that's mostly just because it's in shadow in the reference image I have. Oh, I'm also realizing that I definitely didn't give this guy nostrils, so that's going to be something we need to do. I definitely want to start with Opera Pink for his tongue. That teal dry a little bit before I add in the black for the eyes. Where did I put my little rubber thingy? In here. I hate the way this feels. I hate the way this feels, but it works best for picking up the masking fluid. So I'm just gonna hold it like this because it gives me the ick. It's sticky, which makes it good for, it's like just a block of sticky rubber basically, which makes it really good for picking up the masking fluid, especially the smaller spots, but it does mean that it has a disgusting feel to it that I hate. The thing that makes it good also means I don't want to touch it. I should maybe make just like a little fabric thing to attach to it on the end so that I don't have to ever touch it like that, but that involves effort. I sucked down that smoothie too fast and I've given myself brain freeze. Disaster. Okay, I think that's dry enough. Oh, brain, please stop being frozen. Please, it hurts. I didn't say it, but you knew. You knew that that was in my head. I really just that lives in my head forever now. Ooh. That really pushed that pigment out way more than I was expecting, and it looked like he had sad boy eyeliner on for a second there. You know me too well. I was trying to like leave a shine mark, but I'm thinking like I managed to do it there, maybe. But I don't know, it's probably smarter to do that with gel pen later. I just, yeah. We're all just like that today. One brain cell pinging around like a screensaver. Okay. I need the masking fluid got a little out of hand on this sparkle right here, so I'm just gonna smudge the watercolor that's there closer to the line here a little bit, just so that it's not like bright white. Because like having a little bit of sparkle there, like a little bit of white is fine because it will enhance said sparkle, but I don't want it to be like super intense. I was thinking I'd do like yellow and orange for the planets that are in his eyeballs. Maybe I want to add some teal to it. Although I think, well, I'm gonna move all these around. I was just gonna say that I think having some yellow on this side would draw this so that it wasn't so unbalanced. But I'm gonna move these all around anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Right. I kind of want to work on the tongue first, just because that's fun. I also do need to try to remember that he needs nostrils at some point. Also, if you don't look at this gecko and hear the Yoshi blim, then I don't know what your brain is like. Blim. 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 I guess I'll work on the red spots here a little bit too, because they do need a little bit more red to them, but I think not a huge amount. I think that's about right. Oh, maybe that's what I should do for the have a treat alert. A little Yoshi Mlem. That would be cute. I think that's about the right color, honestly. Okay. I think I'm doing yellow and orange on these planets here. Then maybe the teal for the ring would be good. It's gonna take a while though, because I just used a lot of water. Which I can suck some of it up, but still gonna take a bit to dry there. And I think I'm just gonna leave the sparkles white. Because he's got like two sparkles in his eyes and then the planet. Let me grab a little bit of orange here. Do that while it's still wet. So that we can just have some little swirlies. The first one went great. The second one isn't going to cooperate, but that's fine. Okay. A little bit of purple on the tongue. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, which is, I think, pretty par for the course, if we're being honest. I could also do like a magenta for the tongue, but I like the purple shading better. It's more dramatic. Yeah. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Blim. I love it. Okay. Ugh, I wish my nose would stop itching. I know that it won't, but I wish that it would. Ugh. Winter. Pain in the butt. Well, and the nose, I guess. Man, you know what I haven't watched anybody play in ages is Super Mario Sunshine. I feel like that just like dropped off the map. I'm sure there are still people who play it, I just haven't seen it in a while. I don't know, it was kind of a weird one too, as far as the Mario games go. But the weird ones are always the best ones, so. Oh, interesting. See, I learn all sorts of new things every time I stream. And I can never predict what I'm going to learn, but it's going to be something. Ah. probably going to end up finishing this off stream, the sheet as a whole. But we'll see. I have a lot of other stuff to do too. But this is theoretically something I need to post before December is over. Although I have enough other stuff that it's probably not a huge deal. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Because really it's up to me, but I'm bad at making decisions, so. And I do feel like I'm going to be overly busy this weekend. Which is only kind of true. I mean, aside from the things I chose to do. Although I guess I don't have as much on Sunday as I thought I did, so that's something. I'm going to want to do some darker shadows on that. I definitely want to make his eye a little bit darker. That's already better. Yeah. Right. I feel like that makes like no difference if you're looking at it from like far away, but it makes a difference to me. Are you dry? You are dry. Excellent. I like that Shuffle has decided that I wanted to hear ACS a lot today, because it's right. They've been... ACS, who's the band that's doing this song, is a Twitch band. Like, they stream on Twitch. And they've been doing times when I can't go at all lately, which is really sad for me. Which I think is mostly just because I've been doing a lot more lately, where I have like specific times to be places, which are all places online, to be clear, but still counts. But yeah, so I haven't been able to go to any of their streams lately. But still, good place to hang out if you like some chill music. I'll give them a shout out in just a second. I can confuse them with an alert. Why not? I mean, I've been sub to them for like 5 years, maybe more than that. I've been following them since like 2015, 14, something like that. Because they do have their own command, but I will also give them a big shout out. Because I have that power. If I can remember their proper... Yeah, okay. There. There, alright. It did show up. It looked like it might not for a second. Maybe I'm gonna give these sparkles just like the slightest hint of yellow. Just a tiny little bit. Yeah, I like that. But they're cool if you like that music. They also do covers. I only play their originals because their copyright, they let people use their music as long as it's credited. Which is great. Because it means that I don't have issues uploading my VODs to YouTube. But they also do covers, and they have covers available on like Spotify and stuff. even though Spotify's being shiesty. They're also on Bandcamp. Although, when is Spotify not being shiesty? I mean, I still use them, so I only have so many stones to throw in this battle, but they really are just tanking everything, which is like every good service that has ever been created under capitalism. It's like at some point somebody just ruins it. Looking at you, Discord. Yeah, it's an issue with Mac specifically. So there are different channels that you can use, but with Mac, because they are buttholes, I guess is the short way to put it, it's really difficult to record sound on a Mac from the desktop, like from your board. What words am I using? Like the desktop sound. Um, so I actually have to use a third-party thing to get sound from my Mac to play on stream at all, which can only capture everything that's on desktop and not just one thing. Yeah, so once I get my PC set up eventually, maybe I'll be able to do that. But I also don't mind giving the people who are on my stream playlist the hype, because I do legitimately like this music and I do listen to this playlist when I'm not streaming even. Because like ACS is my favorite band and they let me use their stuff and it's all fine. Young Bay, also cool, good music that I would listen to anyway. Most of the game music that I have on here is stuff that's on my reading playlist. Like, it is still like my music. So it's not as drastic as like, oh, I wish I could play the things that I listen to. Because this is things that I listen to. It just also happens to be stuff that is okay to stream. I guess the stream beat stuff that I have on here from Harris Heller maybe wouldn't be stuff that I'd listen to normally, but I like it, so it's fine. I also went through, whenever I set up this playlist, which was when I started it ages ago, and then didn't use it, and then started streaming this year and used it. But I went through like literally all of Harris Heller's audio library, like his entire discography, to figure out what I wanted and what I didn't. So I put the work in to find stuff that I was okay with listening to nonstop. Although some of it is no longer available on the playlist from Harris Heller specifically. So I'm guessing that he sold some of it off. But yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, game audio would just be one channel, I think. And again, I'm no great knowledge here. I just vaguely understand some things and realize that I don't get to do that. But yeah, it's definitely an issue. And I'm glad that games have started adding like a streaming mode to their audio options. Very good for making sure nobody gets slapped. But also, like, if I really wanted to listen to my own music, I could. Even if, and maybe we'll do that one day for a stream that I'm not going to upload the VOD for. Because, like, really on Twitch, it's not that big a deal. You get some places of your VOD's muted, but you generally won't get a DMCA strike. So it's not like a huge deal. And maybe someday there will be a stream where I'm like, okay, this is a special event. Nobody else gets to know about this. Be here or be square, kind of a thing. But right now, I'm not that worried about it. Oh yeah, Bioshock is an issue too because of the Inkspot song, which is unfortunate because the Inkspot slap. But there was, I think I still have the files somewhere. there was somebody who went and downloaded like a massive amount of other like 1930s and 40s music to put into BioShock as like a mod, because they have that one Inkspot song playing like nonstop, which is, it's a good song, but maybe I don't want to listen to it nonstop for like 7 hours. But I actually, so I own BioShock, but as previously mentioned, I don't like the shooties. They make me nervous and tend to give me panic attacks. But I own the BioShock games because I just love the story so much, and I love futzing around with it. So I love watching people play BioShock. I tried to play BioShock and that didn't go great, even on the easiest level. But I definitely died at least 3 times because I got distracted by the Inkspot song and started playing, like singing along. So that's me as a person, in case anybody was wondering. I think I need to do like a tiny bit like white here for a highlight. No, that's not good. Let's try that again. Yeah, I like the ink spots. The one song that they have, oh, the BioShock. I know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Doip doip. I really like them. I like watching people play them, but again, I play it on easiest mode for like 5 minutes sometimes. If I'm having like a really big, stupid anxiety moment, because it's basically me looking at my brain and going, oh, you want to panic? I'll give you something to panic about. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah. But I've watched for a while, the only thing I was watching on YouTube was no voice playthrough that somebody did of the entire BioShock series. Like I put it on while I was sleeping and stuff like that, which meant that I had the welcome to the circus of value in my dreams like all the time, and it was really funny. But I find the story and like world building in that really fascinating. Which I get weirdly obsessed about things. I think y'all already knew that. But yeah. And lately it's been a franchise that I really don't want to be obsessed with, but it's happening anyway and I'm cranky about it. So. Yeah, pretty much. Which is always a fun time to watch libertarians fail, if I'm being honest. Because they always do whenever they try to make their perfect society. It's just like a hot mess. Okay, I think I want to do... Ooh, don't knock that over. Yeah. I want to give him some little nostrils right here. Because it should be like right here. Yeah, that's better. But the second one of the BioShock is like weird. Because it's like a prequel sequel, but not really, and it kind of rewrites some of the previous information that you had. Is that the second one? I'm pretty sure it's the second one. Also, the Minerva's Den DLC is like so cool. I love that story. It's good. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. Because it talks something that I think was missing from the earlier game was talk about race and racism in your fucked up utopia. And the Minerva's Den DLC definitely covers that in a way that I thought was very interesting and cool. And again, haven't played, just watched other people play it a lot. Okay, I think that's pretty good for a little Gek here. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for today. Geckos are pretty easy to do. Because they're just little jellos with legs, really. Do I want to start something else, or do I just want to leave it? Decisions. I think I just want to leave it for the day. I think this is good. I have other stuff I can work on off stream that I can deal with. I'm taking a photo because I know whoever I decide to raid is going to want to see. But I would kind of like to eat my lunch at this moment. I may work on that moth some more. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced by the moth at the moment. Maybe it's because I haven't added any shading to the side wings. Okay, you know what? I was like, we're gonna end. Nope, just kidding. I'm gonna mess with this some more. So I definitely haven't added some shading to make it clear that those wings are like underneath the other wings. So let's try a little bit of that and see how I feel. I need to not stir up the paint too much. Because that's not the side I want to do that on. Alright. Brain, get it together. Otherwise I'll reactivate the paint underneath. That was the sentence I was saying. Ah! Got them brain worms, baby. I do maybe want to go back over with a little bit of the white gel pen, which I think I said before and then didn't do. But maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, but progress. We made progress, and that's important. And I only have 35,000 other things I need to do today. This is what happens when your brain decides to not work for the majority of the month. Which, like, fair. But also, please, I need to get things done. Okay, let me put this away. Let me check who's live right now. I think Lib is still live, so I'll probably go hang out with them. Unless anybody else is greatly opposed to me dumping y'all there. Or gently placing you there is probably more accurate. Mute my tab, please. I don't need to pick up that sound. And we'll see how long this takes to load, because it's gonna be forever. Yeah, I do have a few people that are live now that I could probably go bother, but I would like to hang out with Lib, because they will make my brain make serotonin. They're just so high energy and fun that my brain just like gets a boost of energy that I wouldn't get otherwise. Yeah, I do have a few other people that I could go bother, but I think Lib is my choice today, which I'm sure is a shock. If you don't follow my social media, I did post stuff about Lib the past 3 days because I was opening their cute little cat trading sticker packs, and it's so cute, and I love them. Bob Ross is a good choice, but not my plan. I generally don't go with channels that are just not people, I guess is the way to put that, like reruns or stuff like that. Even though they're cool, like I know ACS, the band that I was talking about, does do rerun streams a fair amount. So if they were doing that someday when I was streaming, which they usually don't on those days, I might raid in or whatever, but yeah, words and things. Those are the things you say. Let me switch over to the ending screen. Oh gosh, I thought my computer had frozen there and was about to reset, and it scared me. Okay, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. I always have fun talking with y'all, so it's always nice when there are people to chat to. I will be back on Sunday evening. Those are in the schedule on Twitch. I did put times in and everything, so it's going to be on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Alaska time, which is 8 p.m. Pacific, and that'll be midnight Eastern. And midnight Eastern? No, 11 Eastern. I can do math. No, she can't. And then also on Monday, which would be the 25th, I'll do an afternoon stream starting at 1:30 Alaska time, which would be 2:30 Pacific time, which would be 5:30 Eastern. And again, those are on the schedule, so if you have a different time zone and don't want to do the maths, you can just look and it should auto change to your time zone. Unless you're using a VPN, I guess. Maybe then it wouldn't. And on Christmas Eve, I'll just be having some tea and packing some stickers, and we can just chat and chill. And then on Christmas Day, I'm going to be going through those paints that I showed at the start of stream, and we're going to do some swatches so that I can play around with my new toys, which is what you should do on a Christmas Day. So let me actually start the raid, and then I will do the little thing that I always say. If I can type, there we go. Okay. I think Liv is working on stickers today. I think that was their plan, because they're going to a convention. So if you want to see how somebody makes stickers in their own home, we can watch Liv do that, which I find very interesting, and I've considered doing similar things. But yeah, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves. If you can't do that for yourselves, please do it for me, because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, which includes from you. And I will see y'all Christmas Eve-ish. So yeah, even if you don't do Christmas, I'll still be here. And it won't be like super Christmassy, because that's just not my vibe. So if you want to escape the over Christmas, then it will probably be a good place to be. I'll try to keep it like not too intense. So yeah, everybody take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.